Hello, everybody. We have 10 people today. Okay. So today is a refresher class for Python. So just to ask, because the gap of 2 weeks. So I think, did we complete this for loop? We did for loop, but did we the last time, what was the topic where we left? While loop. Okay. And did we do these sets, or we have done sets and list? List I know we have done. We have done for loop. We have done range function. Did we do sets as well? Okay. Okay, Aman. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so today is a refresher class. So do you want all the topics to be revised, or do you want to have do you have some questions and you want me to answer them? I'll go as per all of you want. So how do you want the way should be for today as a refresher class for what we have done till now? Yes, Akash. Okay. uh, Akash, you can turn on your mic and also say the question. If it's too long to type, you can turn on your mic and say. Okay, so we'll revise topic by topic, one by one, everything. Okay, for colors, Akash has gotten a question. Let me print it. So please explain this. Okay, okay, Akash, I'll do it. Anybody else is having any doubt, so that we can do that as well, and then start with the revision part. Akash came up with a question. Okay, index color wala. Give me a second, Akash. Okay, let me start the explanation here. So पहले मैं आपको बता देती हूँ, you should be aware of the tiny operations which you're performing. Let's say this is our list, colors is our list, and if I'm saying color dot index and I want the index for red, so let's say if I'm saying red here, what it gave me? Color, sorry, it gave me 0 because red was at the position of 0. So whatsoever the name I give within this round parenthesis, the index value for this will be given. If I say blue here, because blue exists in my list, so if I give blue here, what's wrong? See, you have to be so careful. There was a space before blue and I did not include a space here, so it says blue is not into the list. So you have to be very careful that if there is a space, you need to write a space. So you need to give a space. You see now blue is identified because I give a space here. I've given a space. Initially I did not, so it was unidentified. So spaces are also counted. You see now the index of blue is 3. And I think, is it clear, like index starts with 0? The red is having index 1, green is having red is having index 0, green with index 1, black with index 2, and blue with index 3. Okay, so I asked that give me the index for color blue into what? In my list. So blue is at index 3, so it gave me 3. These two things are clear, Akash, that what is this list and how did we get the index value for blue or red or black? Till this point, these two things are clear. ठीक है, I'll before list. ठीक है, I'll give that as well after this enumerate. Now the same thing is done here. Define the list. उसके बाद हमारा for loop होता है. if I say I just run this command for colors, for color in colors, and if I say print color, it will print all the values one by one. ये हो गया ना? So same thing is done here. So I'm asking for color in colors, and then उसके बाद what I'm saying here, I'm storing the value of color dot index. That is, by this command I'm fetching the index value of the color. Initially, what is color referring to? Loop चल रहा है ना? So the very first time color will be referring to red. So what is red coming here inside this? And what this command will give me? Index value जो हमने यहाँ देखा था. It will give me 0. And what 0 will be stored into this IND. Correct? And उसके बाद I'm saying print value at index. ये मुझे theory चाहिए. IND में initial उसमें loop में क्या है? 0 will come here. And color was already referring to this red. So red will be printed here. Then loop will iterate again. And what is after red? Comes to be green. And then again, we are using this command color dot index. And what will be now instead of red? It will be referring to green here because second iteration mein hai. And this command will give me the index value for green, and that is getting stored into IND. That is an object for the index is created. So what is the index for green? 1, as shown here. So what will be IND referring to? 1. And uske baad again line by line execution, print command will be printed. And this is the theory. If you want, you can give, otherwise you can remove it. IND will be referring to 1 now because index जो मैंने यहाँ command ली है, it will give me 1. That is the index of green color. Equal to is the string part, and this will be green here because what I'm specifying here, color, and color is a temporary variable which is referring to the values in this loop. So when I run this command, let me erase all the drawings now. So when I run this command, you see initially it was red here. By this command, I got the value of the index value of red as to be 0. That was stored into IND. And when I'm saying value at index, this much is getting printed here, this much. And then uske baad I'm saying print IND, and that IND is 0 because is command say the index value of red was 0. And then double equal to is a string part, so it is getting printed as it is. And then after that I'm saying print color. And what is color referring to? The for loop temporary variable that is storing or referring to all the colors one by one. So initially it got red, then loop iterated again, dobara green pe kiya. Then the index value of green was fetched out and stored into IND. And then line by line execution, then value of index, comma IND में जो मेरा index command से green का index आया था, here was stored into IND, and that this is the same thing here printed. And what is IND referring to? The index value which we got from here. जो इससे मुझे मिला है green का index. That is 1. Double equal to is my string part. वो यहाँ ऐसे आया. And what is color referring to? क्योंकि color मेरा loop को refer कर रहा है, loop के elements को. So initially it referred to red. Now in the second round it is referring to green. So I've got it my green here. So is it clear now? या अभी भी कोई confusion है? Okay. Now you have another question for enumerate. I'll explain that as well. Here. So let's say इसी पे चलाते हैं enumerate. ये भी आपने example किया भी है. With the same list or here. So just with simple for loop command, what we did, we printed color name, but sorry. But what if you want the index values along with the names? So you have, let's say you have to store them somewhere. अभी हम उस point पे नहीं है that we can create our own data frame. But at some point you want the index value along with the color. So how do you write? आप initially अगर मैं आपको बोलूँ कि मुझे red के साथ 0 चाहिए जैसे ये था, आप index value pick करेंगे, हर बार ये command चलाएंगे that dot index, give me that index, and then print it out. But let's say, so we have an inbuilt command for this as well. So what that does is, so for the same thing, color in, sorry, not color, for index and color in, this is the tuple unpacking thing because outputs from that enumerate will be stored into index and color. So enumerate is my keyword. Enumerate, you have to be careful with the spelling. Sorry, still enumerate and then colors. I'll explain it how it is working. Print. Typo here. Yeah. Thank you, Anshul. My spelling is wrong here. What's wrong? Enumerate. No, it's still wrong. Let me copy it from here. What did I do it wrong, by the way? Let me check what I've written here. Yeah, enumerate. And I've missed out. Oh my god. Early morning. Sorry. Okay, then. So for enumerate, what it does is like, जैसे हमारा print is an inbuilt function, ऐसे ही enumerate is an inbuilt function which gives you two output. It will give you the index value and along with जिस पे आप enumerate लगा रहे हो. So what was colors here? It was referring to our list. So if I'm saying enumerate colors, it will give you the index value, because ये function का काम ही यही है. जो भी एक तो elements देगा ही देगा, जो मेरे colors में मेरे element है वो देगा ही देगा. Along with that, it will give the index value. So that is why I've written here index comma color, because tuple and packing ये दो value देगा. So you have to give two values here. You can give any name as per you like. I've given index and color just for the better understanding part. So I'm saying, So for index comma color, in enumerate the inbuilt function name, and I want to iterate over what will come inside the brackets. So I want to iterate over this colors list and get the index value for the values in this list. So after that, I'm saying print index. This is the theory part. I'm printing index here. So without any, जैसे हमने पहले यहाँ पे list operation use किया था, उससे हमने index निकाला, एक object में store किया, and then we printed it. So without हमें इतना सब कुछ ना करना पड़े, हमारे पास already predefined function है, वो अपने आप index और उसके साथ जो respective value है, जैसे the very first round for loop का होता है, तो very first round में what is this color referring to? Red. So this color will be having the value of red, and what is the respective index of red? 0. So automatically enumerate ने इसका index दिया, because index if you use enumerate they will start with 0 by default. आप change भी कर सकते हो, वो मैं बताऊंगी. So मैंने by default लिया है इसमें. So index started with 0 and color, because loop में the very first iteration value was red, so it came up red here. Now loop will iterate again, and after that ये वैल्यूज फिर से रिफ्रेश हो जाएंगी. जैसे फोर लूप में होता है ना, हर बार एवरी टाइम द लूप एग्जीक्यूट अ न्यू टाइम द वैल्यू इज रिफ्रेश्ड. द सेम वे इंडेक्स, because initially it was 0, so it will be increased by 1, so index is 1, and now color will be referring to what? It will be referring to this green part. Correct. So it is not कि green यहाँ पे 1 पे है इसलिए मेरा 1 आया. It will increase 1 by 1. आपको थोड़ा ज्यादा समझ में आएगा when I'll give you another example. जैसे initially by default 0 हुआ, उसमें 1 add हुआ, तो next iteration में green आया, but index was added by 1, so index came up 1 here. So when the loop will iterate again, color will be referring to black. So index में जो मेरा यहाँ पे 1 था here, इसमें +1 हो गया, and that came up to be 2. But this is still the same because ये इसी loop में इसी जगह पे है list में. So this is with simple by default enumerate. And if I say, see, let's say, as I told you, by default index starts with 0, but let's say I want my index to start with 100. So when I run this, you see, the concept of 1 that I was saying, +1 will be done. So up to mera red is at index 1 here, but I've gotten the index of 100. So ये enumerate आपके indexes pick नहीं करेगा, by default 0 से शुरू होगा, but you can define your own index as well. That is, you give a comma in enumerate, that is a list you want to iterate over, comma the start value of your index. Let's say I want my index to start at 100, sorry, not 100. Then it will give me, it will start the index at 100, and then one by one increase hoga. Initially first round में 100 for red, then 1 was increased, 101 for green, similarly 102 and 103 for black and blue. So if you do not give this, that is, if you go with by default enumerate, index will start with 0, and you can give any value here, 2000, then index will start with the same value, and every time one will be increased as your list elements are iterated over. So enumerate is just to get the values along with the index. Like you want index value. अगर आपको कोई, let's say आपकी कोई existing list and the elements in that are till 1999, and you want to add the values after this, so you can use index. No, index you can define your own. By default तो जैसे हमारा Python में index starts with 0, so by default वो उससे match हो जाते हैं, that if the list is starting, then by default index 0 ही जाता है, because Python also does indexing same way. But you can define your own custom index as well if you do not want to go by default. हाँ जी, बाकी is anybody having any doubt? No, not in this one. We cannot increase index here, Anusha. It is automatically. It will only do it by one, because वो enumerate है. What you can do is here, आप custom अपना खुद का function या खुद का command लिख के you can do it, but enumerate will just increase one by one. No, step size is not there, Akash. That is only in for loop. This is also a for loop, but along with enumerate, step size is not there. Only you have the iteratable, that is, you want to iterate over what, and comma the starting index. And is anybody having any confusion, doubt? बाकी किसी टॉपिक में? So you want me to begin with Python basics or list operations and then for loop? Like, how do you want it to go? I'll go as per like your comfortability. So you want me to begin with list operations, or you want to just begin with initial Python basics, those print command and operators? Like, from where do you want to begin the refresher, like the revision thing? Okay. Okay, then we'll start with basics. Give me a second, let me open my notebook here. Okay, so let's begin with basics here. So operators, aapko maybe you might have been already familiar with the operators, how we can use them in for loop and how we can perform basic operations. So we have different kind of operators into our Python. So addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus. This modulus will give you the remainder. If you want कि जैसे odd even program हम करते हैं, so you can, in that case, if you want the remainder, you can use modulus. Otherwise, a simple slash will work for division, but this percentage sign will work for modulus. And this is for if you want the power of a value. Let's say you want to square the value or cube the value, then you can use this double asterisk sign here. Okay, so these are simple arithmetic operators. We'll see the example again. After that, we have certain data types in here in Python. So numbers, again, those integer values. किसी point पे किसी को कोई confusion है, question है, please let me know. Okay, so numbers are referring to integer values, positive, negative. Float is referring to the decimal values. Let's say if I'm saying 10.0, 10.32, that is a floating value. It means decimal value. String is referring to the text value. Like we have seen that whenever we want to write something, a theory part, जैसे अभी हमने print में लिखा था, the value of index, that is a string. And in Python, we always write string in single or double quotes. So if you just write a string without any quotes, this will throw an error that this is unidentified or some similar kind of error. So if you want to write some theory part, you have to include them in single or double quotes, and because they are strings. Okay, so Boolean referring to true and false can also be said as 1 and 0. So like if the condition is true or false, and this yeah bhi मैं example आपको बताऊंगी. List they are like we store multiple variables into the list. They are referred by square brackets. Example हम जैसे जैसे जाएंगे, I'll explain them. So इनमें तो I think आपको clarity होगी भी थोड़ा. We have not covered dictionary, tuple and set so far. We'll do them in coming classes. So let's move on जितना भी हमने किया है उस तक. So a simple addition operator example. You can just simple and is everybody comfortable using this Jupyter? कोई है जिसको Jupyter पे काम करने में मुश्किल लग रहा हो and want me to tell? एक कोमल बताती हूँ वो भाई. Jupyter पे सबको comfortable है काम करना? Is anybody who's not good with Jupyter so far? Okay. Okay, so Akumal, I'll come to a question step by step. So these are simple addition, numeric, mathematical operators here. This is for addition, multiplication, division, and this is, as I told you, exponential part. So if you want 2 to the power of 4, you get 16. You can change any value here, 2 to the square. So what this will give you, like double asterisk sign, or we have an inbuilt function in Python as well. So you can use either, both will give you the same results. अगर आपको power चाहिए किसी की square, cube or any value, you can give this double asterisk sign and it will give you the power of that value. Then we have modulus operator. This will give you the remainder part. Let's say if I'm saying dividing 3 by 2 and I'm asking that give me the remainder. You see I've gotten 1 here. It will be always an integer form, nothing in float or की decimal या कुछ जैसे हमारा ideally mathematics में आता है. So it won't be something like that. So it will be like rounded off number. If I'm saying 5 divided by 2, I'll still get 1 here. And if I say 4 divided by 2, because it is completely divisible, I got the remainder as 0. So this will give you the remainder part. Percentage sign, also called as modulus operator. Okay. Now the same thing, modulus operator is explained here. Now you can perform multiple mathematical operations here as well. So BODMAS wala rule chalega isme bhi, this will be solved, and then they will be multiplied. Okay. So we've gotten 50 here. So then we have type command. So let's say you might be confused, 20 here. So as I told you, we have multiple data types in Python: integer, float, and string. So 3 data types. So in order to check the data type of any value, we use this type keyword. So पहले आप type लिखेंगे, and then this is the basic by default syntax. And let's say I want to check the type of 20, that what is 20. So when I run this command, it gave me an int. It means that it is an integer value. And if I say minus 20, it will still give me an integer. Okay, so it does not matter, greater than, less than will matter, but still the type will be integer. Okay, and if I say 20.4589, you see I've made it into a decimal value. So it is now a float. When I run this command now, it came out to be float. Clear? So you can check the data type of any value by using type keyword. Okay. And if I give it as a string like this, so you can make Now you see it gave me string. You might be thinking that this is a numerical number and how it came up to be string, because type and class. The same thing is may when you say it like second, when you do it like this, print type, it gave me, this is just the representation, class string, and it just give you string, nothing, one and the same thing. But this is difference because in Jupyter you do not need to write print command. If you just write a single standalone command in a cell, you get the result. But if you're using some other platform, then in that you have to write print, and then the ideal output is this one. But you know the data type is still the same, only this class word is matter. वो class अब जब हम course में आगे जाएंगे, we'll cover them as well. But there is no difference, hardly any difference. No, you just want to know the data type, and it is a string here as well, and it is a string here as well. Okay. So this was initially an integer, but I have converted it into a string using this single quotes. So numbers can be converted to numbers can be converted to string values when you put a quotes around them. So you get a string value here. Okay, let's say if I say type, and if I say just simple ABCD like this text part, I'm not including this one, it will throw an error because it is not defined, because this was initially a string value ideally, बाकी हमने इसको quotes में नहीं लिखा, so an error was thrown. But this won't happen with this one because the above command. अगर मैं इसको इसमें ना लिखूं quotes में, I do not make it as a string, then by default it is an float value. So it will run as float, it will give the output as float, but this won't happen with this text value. So wherever you write a text command, you have to give it into quotes so that Python is able to identify that you are referring to some string here, and then it will give the result. Also one thing in Jupyter Notebook, आप अभी तक clear हो भी गए होंगे. See, you see I've gotten the result only for this one. The result for this is not displayed because Jupyter allows you to see the result without asking for a print command, but it will only happen for the last command. जैसे अगर मैं इसके बाद कुछ और लिख देती हूँ, let's say type, and if I say just 15 here, I'll be able to see the result for this last 15, last command, that is type 15. For results for these two are not visible, so इसके लिए मुझे print लिखना पड़ेगा. So without writing this print, I can see the result only for the last command which I have in my cell. If I want to see the type for this as well, then I need to write them in print statement. Okay, so you have to be careful if you are not writing print and you want to see the value, then it has to be in the last. अगर उससे पहले हुआ, then you need to give the print command. You see now I've gotten the result for these as well, and इसके लिए मुझे बिना print लिखे I'm able to see the result. Clear? कोई confusion है यहाँ तक? Like थोड़ा revision ही चल रही है. Convert a string to a number. Yeah, Komal, see if जैसे this I'm talking about here, let's say if I'm saying hello, this cannot be converted to a number because ये by default, let's say अब मैं इसको run करूंगी, मेरी class string आ गई, अगर मैं इसको ये हटा देती हूँ, ये error देगा, so it cannot be converted. अगर जैसे हमने type conversion भी किया था, आपको थोड़ा ज्यादा क्लियर हो जाएगा, गिव मी अ सेकेंड. So how do we do type conversion? अगर मुझे इसको string बनाना है, either I can include a quotes around them, or I can use the inbuilt keyword, that is, let's say I'm making it to a string. So I can give str as my keyword. That means I want this value to be converted to a string value and then printed. So मैं दोनों चीज कर देती हूँ. Print पहले string में convert किया, and then after that I'm asking for type. Oh God. So by this command I'm converting this value to a string. उसके बाद I'm asking that fetch the type of this entire value and then print it. So let me comment this out. You see I've gotten a string class here. अगर मैं ये हटा देती हूँ यहाँ से, So by default, it is an float value because decimal values है. So if you want to convert, you can use the keyword. Then coming to a question that string cannot be converted to a number. No. If the string value is a numerical value, जैसे ये मेरा string है, by default मेरा कहीं से कुछ data आया है, sorry, and usme value is by default in the form of a string, but ideally we know this is a number and can be converted to as integer. So I can convert this invalid literal with base 10. Oh. Give me a second, guys. See, okay, what I've done here, and if I do it, make it as a float. And 20. I think it's not working with decimal values then. Yes. You can only convert an integer to a string और सॉरी स्ट्रिंग जो जिसमें डेसिमल वैल्यूज ना है उसको आप इंटीजर कन्वर्ट कर सकते हो. इसमें भी आप नहीं कर सकते. दिस वाज अ स्ट्रिंग हियर, वी कैन नॉट कन्वर्ट दिस टू एन इंटीजर. इफ आई एम सेइंग इंट हियर, आई वोंट बी एबल टू कन्वर्ट इनटू एन इंटीजर बिकॉज वो हेलो हाउ आर यू उसको इंटरप्रेट नहीं कर पाएगा. सिमिलर वाज दिस वन. इसमें it was not able to interpret this decimal value, so that is why it threw an error that invalid literal with base 10. इसमें कोई decimal value नहीं है, कोई ऐसा string वाला character नहीं है, so conversion of this was possible. But here a decimal occurred, here that abcd characters occurred and they cannot be converted to an integer और उसकी एक specified value नहीं है, so they cannot be converted. If I let's say if I run them or if I try to convert them, they'll throw an error one by one. You see, it happened with this invalid literal with base int because we have a decimal here. As soon as I remove the decimal, it will be able to run this. You see, decimal के लिए problem है. It cannot be converted to a integer. And similar with this hello how are you, because we have characters here. When I run this command, what's wrong now? It will throw an error. Invalid literal with base 10 means something is in string and uske liye unidentified hai, so it is not able to convert into an integer. But in coming to this whole integer number that is 20, it can be converted to an integer. By default मैंने इसको बोला है string, it can be converted to an integer because there is no special character here, there is no alphabetical value here. ठीक है? So you have to see that what is in the input. So if before converting into a different another data type. ठीक है कोमल? Other data types हमारे पास यही है. Float you can convert into a float as well. Float, you see, you can convert it. Only the problem lies that if you want to convert such kind of values or these character values to other, तो वो चीज possible नहीं होती. बाकी आप let's say if I'm just simply writing 20 here, this can be also converted to a float. And if I say 20.55 and if I want to convert into an integer, I am able to do it. स्ट्रिंग के साथ थोड़ी प्रॉब्लम आती है कि कुछ केसेस में वो एरर देगा. ठीक है. Now this is the float part. Simple. We have defined values here. Okay. So Python में आप लोगों को थोड़ा भी क्लियर भी हो गया होगा that if I'm defining the value of a here as 10, so if in next cell or any other cell below this you redefine the value of a, then the previous value of a won't exist. That is, जो latest value of a variable will be existing, मतलब वो overwrite हो जाएगी. As an example, I'm saying a is equals to 10 and I'm printing a. You see, when I run this command, my a is 10. But now let me comment this out. After that, I'm saying a is equals to 30 and b is 20. So ideally, I should get the output as 50. Oh God. Because I'm printing a here just for this one. I've made a 30 here. So I've gotten 30 here. Initially मेरा A 10 था, and you see this says कि Python में आप overwrite कर सकते हो. Even in the next cell it won't give any warning कि आपने already define किया है variable या it already exists. No. So you have to be careful कि आप कुछ ऐसा define कर रहे हो that is already not defined. So if you define something तो value overwrite हो जाएगी. And if I just redefine the value of A here, that is A 40. Now my A will be updated to 40. So initially it was 10, but with just 2 more commands, in this one it came out to be 30, and here it came out to be 40. So the latest value hogi will be saved, and this is complete one notebook. ऐसे नहीं कि मेरा A 10 इसी तक limited है. Let's say my A is 40 here, and after 10 cells I want to run this. The value of A after 10 cells I want to print it. And if I still write A and do shift enter, I get still 40. सो आप पूरी नोटबुक एक है, आप कहीं पे कुछ भी डिफाइन करोगे, पूरी नोटबुक में आप कहीं भी कॉल कर सकते हो उसको. द वैल्यू विल बी सेम अनटिल अनलेस आप उसको ओवरराइट नहीं करोगे. ठीक है. नाउ दिस इज अ सिंपल वैल्यू स्ट्रिंग वाला एग्जांपल. दैट वैल्यू ऑफ ए and slash t is referring to this tab space. You see when I'm printing it, I've gotten a space of like tab space here. So if you want such kind of spaces that अगर आपका result जो आपने print देखना है, you want some spacious kind of result, you can use tab sign, that is backslash and then t, enclosed into single quotes. So this is my string part. You can write it here as well. आप अलग से ना लिख के, you can write it here as well. When I run this, you see I've still gotten a tab sign. So it's not mandatory कि आप उसको अलग से quotes में लिखोगे. You can write it within the string part as well. It will be understood that we are asking for a tab space. When I write backslash t, comma, then I'm saying a plus 10. Here I'm asking that add 10 to it, and उसके बाद for a new line. आप ऐसे भी लिख सकते हो, it won't throw an error. तो बड़ी flexibility है इसमें. You see, I'm still able to get my results. If I do not do slash n here, then also because slash n से क्या था, जैसे slash t है gives me a space of tab, slash n will give me a new line. So मैंने पहले value of a दिया, tab के साथ मैंने a plus 10 print कराया. So this was printed, the very first line. After that I'm asking for a new line. So and उसके बाद I'm saying print value of b and comma b. So my value of b came up into the next line because of this slash n. ठीक है. And b हमने जो ऊपर define किया था here, that was 20. So we have we've gotten the value of b as 20. a में हमने plus 10 किया, and then next cell में, next line में we have done original value of a, that was 40. So अगर आपका कहीं पे कुछ print is very lengthy and it's hard to scroll left or right, so you can define this way as well, that after comma give an enter, it will come this way. जैसे हम SQL में करते हैं ना, same thing can be done in Python as well. So it is just like थोड़ा user friendly, समझने में आसान हो जाता है, scrolling नहीं रहती left right की. ठीक है. कोई confusion है किसी को, समझ नहीं आया हो कोई part? Anybody? Okay. The same thing. Type conversion हमने type check करना, we just did it, and we did it as well. Type clear है सबको, कोई confusion तो नहीं है ना? So that मैं इनको दोबारा नहीं समझा because अभी हमने समझा था ये. Anybody wants me to explain type again? Okay. So then single quotes and double quotes, you can use either, but the major difference lies, let's say I'm writing single quotes here and it is getting printed. If I'm doing double quotes here, it is getting printed. But the scenario lies where, let's say next cell में into the single quotes, I can't oh my typing. You see Even if I have included single quote at the end and single quote in the beginning, you see this is still in green color या without red, because ideally हमारी string की क्या पहचान होती है, string turns out to be red, and this ये सिर्फ इसने कितना कंसिडर किया है string को, I can, इसके बाद जो है उसको string कंसिडर ही नहीं किया है, because there was a single quote inside the can't as well. So इस case में you have to use double quote. So now according to Python, my string value starting from here and ending till here. When I run this, you see invalid syntax because start तो यहाँ पे हुआ, इसके according finish भी हो गया यहाँ पे, but after this there is something more and it is not able to identify that what it is. So in such kind of scenarios, we use double quotes. So if I give a double quote here and if I give a double quote here, now it is, you see now my complete string is in red form. It means it is identified that I'm printing a string here, I'm giving a string here. So this is the only difference, that where to use a single quote, double quote. अगर आपका simple plain text है without any apostrophe, without any quotes, you can use any one, single or double. There is no difference. ठीक है? Also, what are F strings? The string values only, Anshul, nothing difference. They are string values only. Then moving on. If you want to include much of a like a lot of text inside, so you can use this kind of thing as well. Triple quotes. कि आपको बहुत बड़ी theory लिखनी है, कुछ समझाना है. Either you make it as a markdown cell, from here markdown or escape M, or you use triple quotes here. That is single quotes को जहाँ से हम single quote लेते हैं उसको 3 बार press करना. So 1, 2, 3, and then you see my cursor is in the middle and do enter right away. Now whatever I write inside this is in the executive, ये then run नहीं होगा, it will be considered as a string form. ठीक है? And इसके बाद let's say if I'm writing a print, let's say hello, you see it did not give me, it did not consider this. So if you are at some point कि आपको multi-line comment लिखना है, so you can use this single quotes as well, or जो हमारा by default way होता है, that is write whatever values you want to write, and उसके बाद select all of them and then do control and backslash, then they will be form of comment. इसमें they are like theory part, इसमें मतलब same चीज है, different ways of representation. Both ways it won't be considered. You write it this way or you write it this way, nothing is considered, only this command was executed and no error was thrown. Okay, so this is commenting out, and this is को भी हम strings बोलते हैं, that you want to write multi-line comment. Yeah. You can use space, without space, और आप इसको सीधा ऊपर लिख लीजिए, won't throw any error. ठीक है, multi-line comment होता है बस. Now coming on to Boolean values, true and false. See, double equal to Python में comparison के लिए होता है. If I'm saying true equal to true, it means are both the values same, then only the results are. So whenever you want to make a comparison, let's say I want to compare 10 equals to 20. So this does not holds true. So it will throw a false. So whenever you want to check for a condition, you use double equal to. अगर आपको assign करना है, let's say if I want to make value of A, I use as 20, then now my A is 20. But in case you want a comparison, you have to use double equal to in that case. ठीक है? So you have to be careful कि मुझे comparison करना है या assignment करना है, then equal to will be as per your requirement. So again, checking the type of true and false, this is a Boolean value type and inbuilt आप इसको ऐसे भी कर सकते हो, true false. You can convert this to integer as well. Let's say आपको bool नहीं चाहिए, you do not want true. You, let's say if I'm saying int and bracket में, I'm doing a lot of typo today. True. You see we got 1. So by default true means 1, and if I say false, that is I'm doing the type conversion of Boolean values as well. So it's up to you कहीं पे ट्रू है, आप किसी चीज को चेक कर रहे हैं और वहां पे सब वैल्यूज ट्रू है, and you do not want true and false, you just want 1 and 0. So in that case you can do the type conversion, you can convert them to integers, and true and false by default will be converted to 1 and 0. Okay. And if I say int here, so instead of a true I'll get 1 now. Okay, because this condition was true and I'm saying that convert it into an integer, so the value is gotten to be 1. Clear? कोई confusion है किसी को? Now these are variable assignments. ये भी I think it's clear to everybody. Yes, many of you, like in multiple batches, I've seen that people start the name of a variable. Let's say, जैसे I'm giving here, they start with a special character hash or a dollar sign or the number 8 ABCD. So you cannot you cannot give the name of variable such. It will throw an error. आपको variable name, either you start with an underscore, it won't throw an error, it will run. If I say print underscore ABSD, it will give the value. But let's say if I'm giving a special character or a number here, let's say if I'm giving 8 here and 8 here, it will throw an error because this syntax is not valid. Only you can use the special character is underscore. इसके अलावा आप कुछ भी use नहीं कर सकते. This will throw an error. Neither a number, neither a special character. You just have to this becomes out. But ये चीज नहीं होगा. आप variable ऐसे assign नहीं कर सकते हैं. Either give a complete name, or अगर आपको special character डालना ही डालना है, then use an underscore. Nothing more than that. Clear? कोई confusion है? So I've seen people using these characters, so please be careful. Apart from underscore, everything will throw an error. So this is the tuple unpacking part, जो भी हमने अभी enumerate में किया भी था. So I'll explain. So what I've done here, say is equals to 10 and x1 is equals to 100. So what I'm done here, I'm taking 4 lines of code and define 4 variables, and now if I print them, see values are given. Value of, give me a second guys, let me do some editing here. See, using 4 lines of code, I'm able to define 4 values one by one. जो मेरी values थी वो ऐसे क्या की. The another way to do this is using this way, tuple unpacking. इसको हम tuple unpacking बोल देते हैं. That writing all the values in same line, but let's say if I'm saying x and y and then followed by z and x1, so I have to write the values in same pattern. So automatically अपने आप refer कर लेगा, then it will be referring to x. If 3 is written, then it is referring to y. If 10 is written, then the value will be referring to the last value here. So this process is called tuple unpacking. जैसे enumerate में था, we give index first and then the value. Index जो था, because enumerate आपका पहले index देगा then result देगा. तो ऐसे ही जो मैं पहले value लिखूंगी वो पहले variable में जाके store हो जाएगी, जो last लिखूंगी वो last वाले variable में store हो जाएगी. So this is the concept of tuple unpacking. You can define them this way, or you can define them using tuple unpacking. You can use n number of variables here and n number of respective values. So ऐसे भी चलता, but the limit should be same. Initially, if I'm writing 3 values or 3 variables on the left hand side, then I have to assign 3 values on the RHS as well. So it has to be equal on both LHS and RHS. ठीक है? I'm printing them again here. So थोड़ा इसमें type check किया है, but yeah, the same thing which we have done here. Nothing different. So when you want to print something, print is the inbuilt keyword function name. You use this keyword, and within the brackets you have to write what you want to print. अगर आपको theory नहीं है, then you have to write into single quotes and let's say and then followed by a comma. if you want to write, let's say 10, the value will be printed. Okay, this is a command. Let's say if at some point ये आपके some point you might find it useful. कभी कभी होता है कि नहीं पता होता कहाँ हमारी डायरेक्टरी या मैंने कहाँ कोई कोड डाउनलोड किया है. So in that case, you just into your console, just import operating system as the module, inbuilt module from Python, and you write this command os.get cwd, that is current working directory. When you run this command, you'll have your entire path, that where this your current working notebook is stored in which folder. Okay, so this at points helps you out to find out where you're working in your system. Clear? So you can use this command and it will help you out. Type also we have done. Okay, this is concatenation. So you can do a string concatenation here. Addition जैसे हमने किया था पर print में, if I say this will give me the result 12. Strings can be concatenated using a plus sign here, so it won't throw an error. You can use a plus or you can use a comma, तो वो वैसे ही आपका result आ जाएगा. कोई confusion है किसी को अभी तक वाली उसमें? Anybody? Okay. Type conversion again, we have done this. Values we have defined, type conversion भी हमने किया था, float values. Yeah, we have done this as well. ये भी हमने किया है. Now is this clear that why have we gotten this error? What I've done here, let's say, what was the value of A? It was 20 and it should run. Okay, sorry. Because A is my character, it was not able to convert it to an integer. If I just give A here and do the type string, it is able to convert. It is able to convert this S into a string. ठीक है? Type conversion again. वही examples हैं जो भी हमने ऊपर समझे थे. Then coming on to this assignment operators. जैसे हमने for loop में किया भी था +1 and then we are updating a variable. The same thing can be done using them. So this single equal to, as I already told you, assign a value to a variable. If I'm saying C plus equals to, example के साथ करते हैं. Let's say I've defined x and y 1 and 2 and I want to update the value of x. So if I say here x, either you can write it x is equals to x plus y and then print x. So initially what was x? 1, y 2 tha, so what I'm doing here, I'm adding y to the value of x and then I'm updating the value of x again. उसके बाद I'm printing it. Now x is 5. X is 3. ठीक है? Another way to do this is either you write it this way or the short form is मतलब दोनों में 2 line लगनी है, so you can use either. So plus equal to and this x plus equal to and then reassigning, they are one and the same thing. So when I run this command again, because मैं भी इसको दोबारा run कर दूंगी, it will give me a 5. Because what was x updated here? 3. Because मैंने 2 plus 1 किया, by this command x came out to be 3 and after that if I'm running this one, so I'm adding on to 3, I'm adding the value of 2. So I've gotten 5 here. So if I just want 3, I have to run this again. So x plus equals to y, I've gotten 3 here. Clear? So you can use any of the type, either you can define it this way or you can define it this way. Both in the same thing. Uske baad, this was plus operator. You can use minus as well. So let me x minus y. So when I run this, I've gotten 1 here. Minus equal to y. I've gotten minus 1 here. Minus 1. And in order to run this, here again. You see the results are same. तो दोनों चीजें एक जैसी हैं. You can use it for any operator, be it for like this is for multiplication, asterisk. जैसे हमने अभी प्लस और माइनस का किया, we have asterisk, we have this division operator. So you can use any operator either this way or this way. Results will be same. ठीक है. So it's a total personal choice कि आप कौन सी तरह से लिखना चाहते हो, but they are one and the same thing. कोई कंफ्यूजन है इनमें किसी को कि हाउ वी हैव डिफाइंड देम? दिस इज अ सिंटेक्स. अगर आप ऐसे कर रहे हो देन दिस इज द ओनली सिंटेक्स. आप पहले लिखोगे ऑपरेटर जो आपको परफॉर्म करना है. इफ यू वांट टू मेक अ मल्टीप्लिकेशन हियर, then you have to write this sign first and then followed by equal to. If you want to divide, then you have to give the division sign first and then followed by an equal to. So जो ऑपरेशन आपको परफॉर्म करना है वो आपको पहले लिखना है, then followed by the equal to. ठीक है. दिस इज अ सिंटेक्स. इसमें तो आपको पता ही है, पहले रीअसाइनिंग द वैल्यू. ठीक है. कोई कंफ्यूजन है किसी को इन दीज असाइनमेंट ऑपरेटर्स? Then we have comparison. Double equal to means we are comparing two things. जैसे अभी हमने a is equals to 10, it means we were assigning the value of 10 to a. But if I want to compare two values, then we have double equal to operator. Okay. Not equal to means if you want to check are these values equal or not. Let's say if I'm saying 1, ideally the situation is true because 1 equals to 1 was true. But if I'm saying not equal to, then it will give me a false. Okay, because this condition holds false. You can use greater than, smaller than, greater than, equal to. Again, जैसे हम ऊपर हमने किया था, ऑपरेशन जो परफॉर्म करना है that sign will come first, like here it came out to be first and then followed by the equal to sign. ठीक है. So there you can use, these are our comparison operators which we can use in order to check any mathematical value की जो भी हमें परफॉर्म करनी है. This can be done in strings as well. These two strings are not equal, so it gave me false. And if I say hi as well here, it will give me a true. And Python is case sensitive. If I just make I as a capital, it will give me a false because as per on the LHS, this is a small I, on the RHS, it is a capital I. So Python is case sensitive and you have to be careful ki capital I is there, small hai, and then the results will be, ideally they are the same word, but one is capital, one is small, and also I'm getting a false here. Okay. And here when I'm saying are they equal, are they not equal, because they're not equal, so I've gotten a true here. And I can do the type conversion of true by using int and within the brackets just the value. Now my true is gotten converted to a 1. Okay. Then and or operator. So for an and operator, both the condition has to be true, then only we get a true. For an or operator, if any of the condition is true, we get a true. Means, let's say this condition holds true and this condition holds true. तो मेरा यहाँ पे true आना चाहिए and the result is true. But or में if any of the condition holds true, तो भी मेरा result positive आएगा. You see this condition fails here. This is not, 1 is not greater than 2. बट मेरी ये वाली कंडीशन ऑन द RHS इज पॉजिटिव, सो एक भी चलेगा और कंडीशन में द रिजल्ट विल बी ट्रू. ठीक है. सो एंड और ऑपरेटर भी हमारे बहुत यूज होते हैं व्हेन वी वांट टू लुक फॉर सर्टेन कंडीशन. जैसे इफ एल्स में आई वांट टू चेक फॉर मल्टीपल कंडीशन विद अ सिंगल इफ, तो उस केस में हम एंड और बहुत ज्यादा यूज करते हैं कि इफ x is greater than 2 and x is divisible by 2 and कुछ और भी कंडीशन उस केस में आपको चेक करनी है, देन यू कैन यूज एंड और ऑपरेटर्स. इसके लिए वी कैन यूज दिस एज वेल, बट यू नो एट टाइम्स दिस वन you can use this as well for and for or you can use this pipe sign. So both are the same thing. Either you can use and keyword or you can use this ampersand, and for or you can use the or keyword or this pipe sign. ठीक है. Both will work, both will give you the same results. ठीक. This we have already done. Multi-line comment. Okay, so again, if is, जैसे identity operators is and is not, they are used to compare objects, not if they are equal. Like if you read the star theory here, is returns true if both objects are same, is not returns true if both objects are not the same. Try to hear it as well. जैसे not equal to था ना, वैसे ही is not है. जैसे if I'm saying A is not A, if I was saying like A not equal to A, let me एक बार लिख देती हूँ, आपको थोड़ा ज्यादा clear होगा. A not equal to capital A. This condition is true because they're not equal. The same thing is written this way, that A is not A means dono are they're not same. They're just saying in simple our English terms that this is not capital A. So we have gotten a true here, and A is equals to A is A. This is similar to this one. A double equal to capital A. If I write them in different cells, they're the same thing. You see? So just a representation, you use a single equal to, double equal to, they are one and the same thing. Sorry. So if condition is true, that अगर आपको चेक करना है they equal हैं, तो use is command. अगर आपको चेक करना है नहीं equal है, then you use is not. Just like similar to not equal to. ठीक है? Now, if you want to check for a keyword into an existing value, let's say my existing value was hello man. इसमें मुझे कोई keyword check करना है, that is this value present into this my string value. So let's say I want to check for, let me run this first S. Now let's say I want to check the capital A, like is capital A existing into my this string. When I run this, I get a false because Python is case sensitive. तो capital A मेरा इसमें कहीं भी नहीं है, so I've gotten a false. But if I check a small he here and it was there, so it will give me a true. So if you want to check for a value, जैसे let's say if I'm saying 1, 2, and let's say if I'm saying it as L1 is equals to 4 in L1, you see it gave me true because the value of 4 was there in my list. If I give a 40 here, this gives false. So you can simply check the value कि आपकी वो value exist कर रही है नहीं कर रही है in a list, or be it any string value or be it any other thing. You can just use an in keyword and it will give you the result. ठीक है? And if you want to say कि 40 not in means अगर उसमें नहीं है, then give me a true. If 40 not in L1, then give me a true. Sorry, I'm not included. Not in L1. So 40 not in L1 means अगर मेरा 40 L1 में नहीं है, then give me a true. So 40 was not there. If I say 4 in not L1, because 4 is there in L1, so it will give me a false because this condition did not holds true. ठीक है? So when you want to check for a condition that if this value lies in a list or a string value, give me a true. If it does not lie, then you can use not in. अगर आपको नहीं check करना, if you do not want a value into that list or something, then you can use a not in and check कि है या नहीं है. So it is a kind of like cross-checking a existing string or a list or a tuple. ठीक है? कोई confusion है किसी को is not is and in not in में? Now coming on to for loops, ये हमारा basic था. ठीक है? Okay. Let's have 5 to 10 minutes of break, then we'll be back at 9:11. ठीक है? Having a break. So is everybody back? Okay, let's begin then. Then coming on to for loops, उससे पहले मैं list का topic एक बार आपको बता देती हूँ क्या होता है. थोड़ा गला खराब है मेरा, प्लीज थोड़ा. So list, we define list using square brackets. So if I'm writing within the square brackets, that means I'm referring to a list. So within a list, you can store any kind of values, be it an integer, be it floating values, or be it string values. So list हर तरह की value accept करेगा, but one thing is you have to write them within the square brackets. ठीक है? So here I have defined a list with different values here. Integer भी है, float भी है, and string भी डाल देते हैं. Okay. So everything. So everything is accepted into a list, and when I'm printing the F, that is list, my list is getting printed, and if I want to check the data type of it, so the type is my keyword again. So it gave me a list. अगर आप इसको print में लिखेंगे तो आपके वो class पे लिख के आ जाएगा, but that does not matter. Means कोई class signify करा that this is a class list. Class is a concept of Python, but does not matter. आपको if you want to know the type, then it does not matter कि class है या नहीं है. ठीक है? Then another inbuilt function was, let's say if you want to know the length of your list, then the keyword is len. So len, and you want to know the length of what? Let's say I want to know the length of my this list f. So I'll give f here within my brackets. So it will give me 9 because 9 was the list. And again, indexing in Python starts with 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9 elements into my list. So it gave me length of 9. If I delete any, I've deleted 3 here. So the value or the length of list was reduced by 1. So this function is applicable everywhere, not only for list. ये Python का, you see, spaces are also counted here. If I'm just giving a hello and I'm giving a space of 1, so it gave me a 6 word. So 2 to 4, 5, and 6 space was also counted. And if I remove the space, I've gotten a 5. So spaces are also counted in Python, and you can check the length of anything, be it a list, be it a string value. या आप जब आगे data types करेंगे उनकी भी आप check कर सकते हैं. So it is applicable all over in Python. Okay. len, the keyword. Okay. Now, simple for loop in a list is, this is a syntax. For syntax is value means you can refer, this is a temporary variable which will store the values of your list. So you can give any name here. मैंने यहाँ पे value लिखा है so that just for understanding purpose, you can give I, J, K. Generally we use I or X here. So any name. For value in F means it is referring to all the elements one by one. See, if I'm saying F here, just F, I'm able to see my complete list. But what if I want to make any operations onto these values and मुझे कुछ करना है, मुझे addition करना है, subtraction करना है, I want to perform certain kind of operation. So I cannot do this. Like if I just simple F plus 10, you see, cannot concatenate, तो वो चीज नहीं हो सकती. So in order to add values to each and every element of the list, I need to iterate over them. That is, I need to go to them one by one and then perform the operation and then give the result. So how to go to element one by one? So that is possible using this for loop. So when I'm saying for value in F, means simple English, for value in F means it will go to the very first element, it will refer to this element, and उसके बाद what I'm saying, print value plus 10. Let's say simple, I'm saying plus 10 इस पे काम नहीं करेगा because end of the day I've given end of the string, end of the list I've given string value, so error throw करेगा. So I'm defining my list again. ठीक है. So in order to perform a mathematical operation, string should not be there, otherwise the error will be thrown. ठीक, because उनके साथ addition subtraction नहीं हो सकता, they have a different data type. So here I'm saying for value in f means I want to refer or I want to call the elements one by one. So initially what is value referring to? The very first element of our list, that is 1. So value is referring to 1 and इसके लिए I'm saying print value plus 10. So 11 will be printed. I have not run this command, इसलिए मेरा result updated नहीं है. Let me run it. Okay, so I've gotten 11 here. When the loop will iterate again, दोबारा से 1 मेरा 1 तो हो गया, इसके बाद 4 पे जाएगा. There is a property of for loop that it will keep on iterating until and unless all the values of your list या जिस चीज पे भी आप iterate कर रहे हो वो पूरा नहीं हो जाता. Now until and unless my loop comes till 4.5 and there is nothing left out to pass on, तो loop won't finish. So अगर कुछ नहीं बचेगा तो loop exit कर जाएगा. So initially it was 1 and we have added 10 to it, so we got 11. Next round में it was 4, so value was referring to this 4 here. So we have added 10 to it, so we've gotten 14. Now loop will iterate again because this is the by default property of a for loop. We do not automatically without any increment या कुछ Python में अपने आप next level पे next step पे जाते हैं loops. ठीक है, बाकी languages में हम +1 करते हैं, इसमें वो चीज नहीं करनी पड़ती. ठीक है. Now in next round it will refer to 3. Again we are adding 10. We have gotten 13 here. Next इसमें 38 था. So 10 was added. Similarly, ye one by one it will go to all the elements 9, 3, and then followed by 4.5. And in the last, 10 was added to 4.5 and came up to 14.5. Now it does not. Now my list is over. You see, I do not have any elements after this 4.5. So my for loop was finished and the result was finished till here. अगर let's say अगर मैं यहाँ पे कुछ और element होता, then addition would have been performed on that element as well, and then I would have gotten the result. But again, when your list is over, then your for loop is automatically over. Okay, so it's the property, it will iterate till the length of whatever you give into it. Clear? So let me erase it. You see, even if you can pass it to a string, I'm saying for value in hello, it means what I'm referring to value one by one. So जैसे list was one entity and it went to element one by one. So here hello is one entity. Yes, you can do something like this. एक सेकंड में ये hello समझा दो, उसके बाद I'll answer your question, Akash. So hello is one entity here. So it will refer to element one by one. पहले H आ गया, then next iteration में it went to E, then L and then O. ठीक है, just like list, element by element. Clear? Now Akash has asked the question that can we give any condition to stop somewhere in the list? Yes, you can. Let's say I want the values of my list to be printed from 1 till 38. Okay, so we can do this using indexing. So what is the index of 1? 0, 1, 2, 3. I want the value till 38. मुझे 38 print कराना है. And what is the index? 0, 1, 2, 3. Because 38 will be upper bound, so I will write 4. 0 से लेके 4. So if I'm writing 0 से लेके 4, एक second. So what is this? Is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. Because 0 is my lower bound, so value 1 will be printed. But 4 is my upper bound. So as we already know, upper bound exclude हो जाता है. So if you want values till 38 to be printed, then you have to give a value extra for the index so that आपकी ये तो exclude हो जाएगी because upper bound है. And यहाँ तक आपकी values print हो जाए. If you give the index value of 38, then you will get the result as 143 because upper bound is always excluded. So when I run this command now, you see I've gotten my values till 38. So you can limit the values till indexing. Yeah, there is no other way. You have to specify till what index you want. There is no predefined thing here, Akash. आपको index define करना पड़ेगा कि किस index तक आपको value चाहिए. otherwise the loop will iterate till end. Or if you specify, you can specify an if condition as well. Let's say here, let me erase the drawing. You can specify an if condition. Let's say मुझे अपना एक second. So if value is greater than, let's say I want to check a condition that if the value is greater than 10, then break. So what it will do is now it will move the elements one by one. So pehle round mein 1, it will simply print, else mein let me say else print value. So what it will do is वैल्यू, ये पहले हमने कंडीशन दे दी कि जब तक मेरी वैल्यू 10 से बड़ी नहीं होती, ओनली प्रिंट दोज वैल्यू, अदरवाइज either you specify the index or you look for a condition. You see I've gotten just these values here. तो predefined कुछ नहीं है, you have to specify the value from yourself. See I've gotten 1 and 1 4 3 here because after this 38 तो मेरी कंडीशन ट्रू हो गई. सो आई आस्क फॉर अ ब्रेक, दैट इज एग्जिट द लूप. सो इसके बाद इवन इफ 3 4.5 एंड 9 कंडीशंस वर ट्रू, दे वर लेस देन 10, बट बिकॉज मैंने ब्रेक बोला तो मेरा लूप यहीं पे एग्जिट हो गया. सो नो फर्दर वैल्यूज वर इवन चेक्ड. सो यू कैन ईदर स्पेसिफाई द रेंज और आप अलग से अपना कुछ एज पर योर रिक्वायरमेंट यू हैव टू डिफाइन समथिंग एल्स एज पर योर रिक्वायरमेंट्स. प्री डिफाइंड नहीं है इस चीज के लिए. ठीक है. Now moving on, this was a simple for loop where we have iterated. इसमें मैंने if else डाल दिया, simple for loop डाल दिया. ठीक है, simple for loop here. List operations हम थोड़ा कर रहे हैं. So here you can perform concatenation part, that if you want to merge two lists together, that is out of these two lists you want a simple one list and जिसमें आपकी सभी values एक साथ लिखी हो. So you can use this plus sign here. ठीक है. Now what it does is these are the values of your list 1, that was this here, and 100 से लेके 300 are the values of this one. So you can use this plus sign here as well. इसमें आप see you can use another list as well. So इसमें कोई बाउंडेशन नहीं है. Let's say A, B, C. So you can use concatenate multiple n number of lists. It won't throw any error. Yeah, I can define something else as well. So 88. Okay. It will run this way as well. So you can concatenate n number of lists just using a plus sign. So this is the concatenation command. Now index हमने जैसे किया भी था. In order to get the index value of something in a list, let's say these are the elements of my list 1 2 3 4 and 5. I want to get the index value of 5. So f is what in जिसमें I want to search the value. So this is the parent where the values are stored. Dot index is the inbuilt function name which will give you the index value of what, which you give into this brackets. So it will take the value into the brackets and it will look for the value in this which is given before this dot. So जिसकी मुझे value search करनी है will come inside the brackets, and जिसमें मुझे search करनी है will come before this dot sign. That is, it means dot index function we want to apply onto this f list and we want to search the index value of 5. So when I run this command, it will give me the index value of 5. You can change the values as well. Let's say I want the value of index 1. That is I want the index of value 1. So it gave me 0. In order to let's जो अभी हमने use भी किया था for that colors list. So using dot index you can get to know the index value of any element in the list. अगर वो element exist नहीं करेगा, it will throw error that then is not into the list. But if it is there, it will give the index value. Clear? Similarly, इसमें we have checked the value of 9 here. It gave me the index. And let's say I have multiple occurrences of a value. जैसे इसमें I have 3 here as well and 2 more 3s and then another 3. So it will give you the index value of the very first occurrence. बाकी को count नहीं करेगा because this is the way how it works. So it will just give the index value of the very first occurrence of a value. अगर आपको बाकी की भी index जानने हैं, then you need to include an if condition and then that if the value is 3 then get to know the index. तो आपको वो बाकी if else लगाना पड़ेगा. But by default dot index से you'll get to know just the one value. That is the very first location. ठीक है. Now indexing जैसे from beginning starts with 0, but if you want to start the index from the end, it starts with -1. So this is my list F again, and the last element is 300. So if I say F -1, it will give me 300. एक second. So this is what is -1. आप बैक से जाएंगे एलिमेंट्स पे तो आपकी इंडेक्सिंग माइनस में जाएगी. लाइक यू कैन स्टार्ट इट फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग, दैट इज 0 1 2 3, दिस वे you can go. Or if you just want the last element, then you can just iterate using negative indexes. So -1 will refer to this will refer to -3, then so on. मतलब आपकी वैल्यूज आप जैसे हमारा -1 इंक्रीज होता चला जाएगा एज वी प्रोसीड फर्दर. जैसे हमारा आगे से था 0 1 2 3, ऐसे ही नेगेटिव -1 -2 -3 -4, ऐसे आपकी वैल्यूज पार्स होती आगे चली जाएंगी. So you can use either way, but negative is generally used when you just want the last values. आपको last से कुछ चाहिए, so that you do not have to count. Let's say your list is very long, you do not have to count the index values of all the elements. Okay, so in that case, and आपको सिर्फ last की values ही चाहिए, then you can use -1 here. So -1 was -300. If I say -3 here, it is 8 because so you can use from beginning indexes or you can use indexes from the end. Depends on what values do you want. Clear? Now we have another command that if you want to overwrite a value, existing value. So let's say at index 1, what we have 31. So I want 31 to be removed, and instead of 31 I want 10 at its position. So what I'll do is F, that is the list in which I want to make changes, then in square brackets will be the index where I want to make a change. Okay, equals to the new value which I want. So initially F was like in F the value at index 1 was 31, and if I run this command, you see now my 31 is replaced with 10. So you can overwrite an existing value in a list using this kind of syntax. Okay, we have other commands as well, but उससे overwrite नहीं होगा. So override के लिए simple, जिस value index पे आपको value update करनी है सिर्फ वो index लिख दीजिए and the new value, so the previous value will be automatically gone. ठीक है, कोई confusion है अभी तक किसी को? किसी टॉपिक में कुछ रह गया हो, नहीं समझ में आया हो? Okay. Now another list. Let me reduce the length of this one. It's too long. Now let's say this is my another list F. Isme what we did here, we have overwritten an existing value. When we have dot insert, what it will do is it won't overwrite anything. ये क्या करेगा here? What is the value at index 1? 3. So using insert command, it will insert the value A. So जो insert करना है will come. एक second. So जिसमें insert करना है will come first. Index followed by the index. That is at what index you want your value to be inserted. So I want my A, and जो insert करना will come later on. So I want my A to be inserted at index 1 and in list F. ठीक है? So इसका syntax है, हर चीज का syntax है. So you have to learn the syntaxes. So the very first value will be referring to index. Second value will be referring to the value you want to insert into the existing list. So what I'm saying here, into my list F, insert element A at index 1. So when I run this command, you see, अगर मैं इस command से करती जो हमने ऊपर cell में की थी, my 3 would have been overwritten by A. But since I'm using insert here, my 3 is shifted to one position further. Initially 3 was at position 1, but I've given an insert command where I've inserted A at index 1. So you see now A is at index 1 and 3 has moved a step further. So these two commands are totally different. This will overwrite your existing value. Insert will insert a value at specific index, और जो index पे पहले value थी वो step further move on कर जाएगी. So nothing will be overwritten, nothing will be removed. Values आपकी list की length एक increase ही हो जाएगी because you have inserted one more element to your existing list. ठीक है? Now remove command is here you have to specify. See हर एक में एक specific चीज हो, जैसे इसमें पहले order था कि पहले index आएगा then followed by the value. So remove will only accept the value कि जो value आपको remove करनी है वो आप अपना give into these brackets and that will be removed from your list. And also just like index का था कि very first occurrence का index देगा, similarly the very first value or the very first occurrence of 3 will be removed. Now I have here how many values? 3 is here, again 2 more 3s and 1 more 3, and I'm asking to remove 3. So the very first occurrence of 3 which was here was removed. बाकी 3 are still there. When I run this command, let's say मुझे सभी 3 remove करने हैं, either use if else condition and do an append operation or something like that, और आपको नहीं करना, बस आपको elements remove करने हैं, then I've commented this FN. So multiple times you run this. So with every run, your 3 will be gone. You see now it's not in the list because मैंने इतनी बार run किया that all the 3 was gone. If I would have done with this one, because क्या step by step execution होता है, मैंने पहले अपनी list define की, उसके बाद I'm asking to remove 3 and then printing 3. If I run this again and the same time this value will be only removed because उसी time पे I'm creating a fresh list. Thank you, Akash. Yeah, my throat is a bit sore. So remove what it will do is it will remove the value जो आप you will give into these brackets. ठीक है? And the very first occurrence of that element will be removed. Now we have another pop command. What it will do is it will take, see it works two ways. ये तभी remove करेगा, let's say so there is a difference. मैंने यहाँ पे list अपनी f define कर दी, f is defined, and if I remove it here, मैंने इसको remove किया, 1 3 was gone. Now I'm running this cell only again, another 3 is gone. So ये ऐसे क्यों काम कर रहा है? Because f तो मैंने एक बार static कर दी, अब उसमें से I'm just removing the values. If I'm doing it third time, तो मेरी third value, if I do it one more time, then this 3 will also go. You see it's gone again because मैंने I've run this command multiple times. मैंने list अपनी एक बार define की, उसको मैंने static रखा, उसमें I'm not recalling this list again. I'm just recalling this remove function in every time running it. एक साथ the initial way नहीं, उसमें नहीं होगा, बताओ क्यों? Because हर बार अगर मैं command run करूंगी, let's say मैंने कमांड रन की, मेरा 3 रिमूव हो गया, एंड इफ आई रन दिस अगेन तो मेरी लिस्ट भी तो दोबारा रिफ्रेश हो जाएगी. यू नो स्टेप बाय स्टेप है, पूरी सेल में मैंने जो लिखा है वो दोबारा रिफ्रेश हो जाएगा. इनिशियल राउंड में आई हैव रिमूव्ड 3, सो 1 3 इज ऑलरेडी गॉन. सो व्हेन आई रन इट अगेन, सो वेरी फर्स्ट माय लिस्ट विल बी रिफ्रेश्ड. सो जो मेरा 3 यहाँ पे रिमूव हुआ था वो मेरी लिस्ट दोबारा से डिफाइन हो गई यहाँ पे, एंड देन रिमूवल वर्क अगेन, तो फिर से वही 3 जाएगा. If I run it again, then फिर से पहली जो मेरा पहली कमांड क्या है, आई एम क्रिएटिंग अ लिस्ट. सो अगर कुछ रिमूव हुआ भी है, मेरी f लिस्ट दोबारा से मैं डिफाइन कर रही हूँ. So you run this cell n number of times here, it won't show any change because after remove and after printing मैं दोबारा when I run it again, I'm defining my list again. नहीं आकाश एक साथ रिमूव नहीं करेगा, रिमूव ओनली विल रिमूव द वेरी फर्स्ट एलिमेंट. एक बार एक ही रिमूव करेगा. Now what pop method will do is it remove, either you specify, so जैसे remove में था you have to specify the value you want to remove. Pop, another function is pop. It will take two values, like दो तरह से लेगा. Either you specify any index, then it will remove the value at that index, or if you leave it blank, then it will delete the last element by index. So like example here, what is the last element here? 3, and I'm saying I'm giving pop as blank, so it will remove the element 3, that was the last element. बाय डिफॉल्ट पॉप की फंक्शनैलिटी है कि अगर आप उसको ब्लैंक छोड़ेंगे तो लास्ट एलिमेंट रिमूव करेगा, और जैसे नेक्स्ट सेल आई हैव गिवन द इंडेक्स 0, so it will remove the element at index 0. You see 1 is gone. So you can use it two ways, either blank, that is it will automatically remove the last element, or you can just specify the index which you want to remove. Let's say I want to remove 1, so my 3 is gone. Okay, so pop accepts two elements, two values, blank, it will refer to last element, or a specific index, then the value at that index will be removed. Clear? Now we have reverse function, that is if you want to reverse your list, then you can use this one, dot reverse. So simply आपकी values जो आपकी existing list है वो reverse हो जाएगी, and you see the values this way. Now simply f dot remove. No, this won't work. This will throw an error, Anshul. Let's say if I'm saying initially आप ऐसे लिख रहे हो, let's say you have written 2:4, invalid syntax. एक तो the very first thing I would say, this is how we call the indexes. If अगर मैं लिखती हूँ f, let me comment this out, दो उसमें दो गलतियां हैं, 2:4, एक तो syntax ऐसे नहीं होगा, plus this is the way of indexing, that is I'm specifying a range that start from index 2 and go till index 4, sorry 4, लेकिन up bound exclude हो जाएगा, then it will give me these two values. But एक तो वो चीज इंडेक्सिंग को रेफर कर रही है, एलिमेंट्स को हम ऐसे कभी रेफर कर ही नहीं सकते, इससे बस इंडेक्स को रेफर करते हैं दिस वे. प्लस राउंड ब्रैकेट्स है, इसमें ये कुछ लेगा ही नहीं अंदर, इट विल बी ऑलवेज ब्लैंक. you have to specify the element, then it will remove that element. So उसका एक प्रीडिफाइंड सिंटेक्स है, उसके अलावा वो वैसे काम नहीं करेगा. if you specify anything else it won't work. The behavior is different for this remove. Now this was simple A and B. Now in order to delete, either you use pop command, ठीक है, specify the index जिस पे you want to remove, or you use remove command, specify the value you want to remove, or you can use del keyword. So what del will do is you specify the index f element and at index 0, this will remove the element at index 0 and it will, you see the element at index 1. Either use remove specify element, or you use pop specify index, or you can use del keyword. So del में आपको index देना पड़ेगा, that has to be into square brackets. जैसे pop में हम round brackets ले रहे थे, इसमें sorry pop is here, we have taken round brackets. So when you use the keyword del, you have to use square brackets. That means we are referring to index 0 for f. Now the element at index 0 will be removed, so 1 is removed and we have gotten this as our result. You can delete your complete list also by using simple del and the list name. Okay, so the complete list will be gone. So simple list operations to reverse, to remove elements, insert elements, override elements. कोई confusion है इनमें किसी को? Okay, then moving on. चलो अभी रिवीजन है तो क्वेश्चन नहीं दे रही. Okay, then moving on to the for loops part. So here what we have done is, this was our, we have done this as well. ये क्लियर है सबको ये कैसे हुआ था? I'll explain it again, or should I skip it? Tell me. Try एक बार इसको समझ के देखो, because we have done this part as well. So if anybody at this point, किसी को ये समझ नहीं आ रहा that what is going on in here, please tell me. This cell number 45, this command. एक बार समझ के देखो please. If anybody is having any doubt or question, please tell me. हाँ जी. कोई कंफ्यूजन है किसी को? समझ में आ गया सबको ये? एनीबडी? Yes. Updating the value of j. Every time we are iterating the value of f, and then we are multiplying it with j, and then updating the value of j. So isse we are able to multiply all the values of my list f. Clear? बाकी सबको किसी को confusion है, please tell me. If you have, I'll explain it, otherwise we'll proceed further. What about others? Only okay. Akash, Anshul, Naveen. Yeah, they have responded. Pratik, Priyansh. ठीक है, then moving on. Append operation. जैसे हमने किया भी था, we have missed it here. Same thing. Actually मैंने इसी से बनाई हुई है वो. Okay, one by one. Now append operation, what append does is, let's say जैसे भी तुमने concatenate किया था, that if we concatenate f with f1, then I'll get a list with all the values all together. ठीक है? Append से भी वही चीज होगी. Let's give me a second. Oh God. ठीक है? So what append does is, it allows you to insert the values of a list to another list and also perform a mathematical operation onto it. So what we have done here, we have defined two lists, f and f1. So isme I'm saying for value in f, so it means I'm referring to all these elements here, and उसमें f1 में I'm asking that कि जितनी भी values हैं should be appended or should be stored into this list F1, and along with that 200 should be added to it. So for value in F, what will F value refer to? Initially it will refer to 1 here. So उसके बाद I'm saying F1 dot append, because this is a list जिसमें आप append करोगे वो list होनी चाहिए, because append is a list function. So this was my list already. You can create an empty list जैसे हम अभी तक करते आए थे, और I'm having already a list F1, and into this element only, or into this list only, I want my elements to be stored. So I'm saying F1 dot append value plus 200. So what for loop will do it? It will iterate to all the values one by one in list F, and it will add a 200 into this step, and it will append them to value to this list F1. So step by step है. पहले ये चलेगा, value पर refer करेंगे 1 को refer किया, and then with 1 200 was added and it was appended. You see now मेरी F1 के elements कौन से थे? 10, 20 and 30. After these all are the elements from this list F, because I've added 200 here. Initially it was 1, so I've gotten 201 here. Then my loop iterated to 3. So इसके बाद इस line पे आए, and then append was done with a 200 added to 3. So 203, 204 and so on. So append allows you to add values to a list, existing list and new list. Along with that, you can perform any kind of mathematical operation as well. Concatenation में only we would get this list, but we could not add 200 to that, because 200 plus करेंगे तो वो भी concatenate होके we would get a list where 200 is also as an element. हर value में 200 add नहीं होगा. So this could be done using append. Values are also added, stored into this existing list, plus I'm able to perform a mathematical operation as well. ठीक है? So what is to be appended will come inside the brackets, and जिसमें, that is the parent where we have to put the values, will come before this dot function, and dot append is the function name. Okay, so this is append where you want to insert of a list to another list. It's not mandatory you want to perform operation, you can just add simple values also. Okay, you can use if else condition here, that if value is greater than let's say 5, then append simple value, else may F1 dot value plus 200. So you can use if else condition as well, that concatenation may you cannot perform these kind of operation. It will just give you two lists together. But if you want to perform certain operations, then using append you can use multiple operations. जैसे हमने greater than भी use किया, addition भी perform किया, and we are checking the condition as well, that if the value is 5, then simple append the value, that is 8 and 9. Else to the every value add 200. ठीक है? So there is a huge difference between append and extend. Appends give you and that concatenation. So append gives you much more of flexibility to do things, which concatenation and extend does not give. ठीक है? So majorly हम append ही use करते हैं. You'll see very rarely that somebody is using extend or somebody is using that concatenation part. You'll always see that 90% of the time people are using dot append functionality, because this gives you much more flexibility. कि अगर आपको कुछ और भी करना है, you can do that thing as well. Clear? The same thing here. So it's not mandatory that up element by element, it will accept element by element. You can append a complete list here as well. So F was my existing list, and into this list let's say I want to create a nested list. So this is my nested list, that is in a list I have another list. So what is my list here, from starting from here till ending here? So in this list I'm having another list. So this is the concept of nested list, where list within a list. So you can create nested list using append, where you can append a complete list to an existing list. Okay, append will take only one value at a time. Let's say along with this list में एक अलग से list append करना चाहती हूँ, it won't happen. It will give me an error that it will accept only one value. You see, I've gotten that exactly one argument is accepted and two were given. So इसमें एक टाइम पे एक ही argument दे सकते हैं, be it a value or be it a list, but only one thing can happen. ठीक है? Now this is my appended list, and I've gotten a nested list here, that is this list within my list F. कोई कंफ्यूजन है किसी को? क्लियर हुआ अपेंड, एक्सटेंड एंड कॉन्कैटिनेशन का डिफरेंस? कोई है जिसको क्वेश्चन हो? Okay, then moving on. Then coming on to the slicing part, nested index slicing part. So what we have done is here, what we have done here is created in nested list. Now, as I've already told you, list may indexing starts with 0, and in order to iterate elements from the end, indexing can begin from -1 as well. So in order to do the slicing part, sequence refers to the name of your list. Then square brackets हमारे indexing को हमेशा refer करते हैं. If you find something in square brackets, it means those values are index. ठीक है? So that's the major denotation of that. If we get to know कि index है क्या है, you'll find square brackets if they're index. So you'll have a start point, you have an end point, and you have a step size. Let's say this was my list F. मैं और values डालती हूँ. So this is my list F, and I want to refer to this last element because this is one element altogether. Already it is a list, but it is element 1. So if I say F -1, you see I've gotten this complete value, because although multiple values within this list, but list is just one single element because nested list. And if I say -2, this one. Now slicing में क्या है? You can refer to multiple values altogether. Let's say you want these values. जैसे अभी question was also asked that I want a range of values. मुझे यहाँ से लेके यहीं तक values चाहिए. Then you can specify the index as well. So start the index from 0, and I want till, let's say, -1, because 0 है lower bound, -1 is upper bound, so it will be excluded. So all these values will be printed, and this will be excluded. Okay, you got the values till here. If you want all the values all together, then you can just specify the beginning that I want values to start from 0 till the end. So इसमें आपका upper bound exclude नहीं होगा because upper bound हमने दिया ही नहीं है. See, there are two different things. If I say F0 से लेके -1, I'm specifying till -1. It means I'm clear that this will be excluded and I want elements till here only. That is why I specified -1. But if at a scenario I want all the elements, so I will just specify the starting point. I won't include the last value. Then by this automatically it will go till the end. ठीक है? ऐसे ही you can do it like this as well. Here I'll show F and then colon before -1. So see, colon is after 0, means 0 index के बाद जितने भी elements है, give me those. इसमें what I'm doing here, -1 से पहले colon है. It means -1 से पहले, -1 index से पहले जितने भी elements है, give me all those. You see, I've gotten all the values. So you can use either way. You can specify a range, you can specify a starting point, and after that you want everything. You can specify the last point, and before that you want everything. So it's up to you. जैसे हमारी requirement होती है, हम कैसे call करते हैं. Then comes up the step size here. Means you can jump the elements. Let's say I want the element, I want a step size of 2. What's list index? Not double. All I have to keep here. So what it does here, let me bring in pen. I've given start from 0. तो ओरिजिनली मेरी लिस्ट कहाँ से शुरू होगी? इतनी तो मेरी लिस्ट बची गई बिकॉज -1 तो मेरा वैसे भी एग्जिट हो जाएगा इस केस में. ठीक है. आफ्टर दैट आई एम स्पेसिफाइंग अ स्टेप साइज ऑफ 2. ठीक है. सो इट विल जंप एलिमेंट बाय एलिमेंट. पहले इट गेव मी 1, इट स्किप्ड आउट 3 एंड इट गेव मी 4. देन अगेन इट स्किप्ड आउट दिस 3 एंड इट गेव मी दिस one. It skipped out 8 and it gave me 9. After 3 there was no element left to parse on, so my list finished up here. ठीक है. If you increase the step size by 3, then it will give me 1. ठीक है. उसके बाद it will skip 3 and 4 and it will give me this 3. That is if you give the step size as 3. Then it will skip 3 and 8 and it will give me 9 as my value. Again nothing left after that. So the results, वहाँ पे हमारी list खत्म हो जाएगी. Okay, you see, I've gotten 1, 3, and 9. That is 1 here. Because after that 3 and 4 was skipped, then I've gotten 3 here. After 3 it was skipped, then I've gotten 9 here. So you can specify the step size as well. That is the number of elements you want to skip. And then you get the result as per that. So starting point, this is the start. Then by a colon, you specify an end point till where you want your list to be. Then again a colon, and then you can specify at the step size. So this is our step size, that I want my list in my elements should be jumped by these number of values. So any doubts so far? कोई confusion है किसी को? किसी point पे? I hope this revision is helping out. Sanji, what about others? So did it help you, like we did the revision part, did it help you कि आपके concepts थोड़े और clear हुए हैं या कोई confusion था वो थोड़ा और clear हुआ है? Okay. If any questions, please tell me. I'll clear them. Did I share this piece of code with you, all of you? I think I haven't, but just to confirm. No? Okay. Do you have like आपने जैसे हम क्लास में करते थे, आप सभी hands on साथ साथ करते थे. Anybody who is not having this with themselves कि नहीं हुआ है या नहीं कर पाए? Anybody is left? I think some people asked me in the last class, but you know I forgot and I was not well, so I forgot to share. I'll share this piece of code today. तो जो बाकी हमारा थोड़ा रह गया refresher का, we'll complete that tomorrow and we'll begin with next topic. ठीक है, if nobody is having any doubt. I've gotten all of your email IDs from Damini. I'll share this code with you. तो आप खुद से भी थोड़ा समझ के देखना, it might help you out. ठीक है? Anybody any having question? Any questions? Anybody? चलो ठीक है. Thank you everybody. So see you tomorrow again. Thank you. Alok sir.
Yes, Sujata. Yourself. Thank you.
We are done with today. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Sujata. Thank you for being with us. Okay, guys. See you tomorrow. Goodbye. Take care.